everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to share some chic spring essentials. I'm going to go over 7 things that are always in my own wardrobe with a special twist specifically for 2020. So let's get started. First on my list has to be a sundress. I have recently become really fond of dresses. It's not something I ever really wore before because when I was living in New York, it just wasn't that practical. And I started this whole journey while living in the city. So I needed things that were functional for my life there. But since I moved to somewhere much warmer and with nice weather most of the year, and something that doesn't require me to go up and down subway stairs and over grates and a lot of things that can become really cumbersome, I've really gotten back into wearing them. And they've become a very important part of my wardrobe. And I think for spring, there is nothing better than a sundress. You can layer it up with sweaters and jackets if it's still a little chilly, and then of course add tights and ankle boots, and then lose all of those layers as it starts to get really warm. Next is an everyday versatile shoe, something that works really well for your lifestyle, something that can accommodate a lot of walking if that's something you have to do, and then something that certainly is appropriate for the weather you experience. So depending on where I've lived throughout the years, my spring shoes run the gamut of 3 basic styles. The first being a really easy, versatile ankle boot, something with a nice heel that I can dress up a little bit and still feel a little bit fancier and not so utilitarian. And then also a ballet flat. I think you can't go wrong with ballet flats. For me, they really work for my lifestyle. And then most recently, my perfect spring shoe is my cap toe pumps. They have a really delicate heel. They have a sling back, so they're breathable, which is great for me because it heats up pretty quickly where I live now. And then they're also versatile. They look great with dresses, skirts, pants, and jeans. So find that for yourself and then take good care of it. And honestly, they really should last you a couple springs, if not many, many springs. And it should be a style that you really get excited to wear. So you can shed all the winter layers and really slip into a nice spring shoe that makes you feel ready for the season. Next is a really pretty breathable blouse. When I think of spring weather, I think of transitioning seasons, obviously, and that can come with very fickle weather. So we can have a lot of rain, sometimes even snow, really cold temperatures, and really warm temperatures. So for me, I've found over the years that the perfect piece for that is something that's really lightweight, something that has a thin material, but something that feels a little bit special. I know for me, at the end of winter, I really want to wear something a little bit pretty and a little bit more exciting than my sweaters and the basic things I've been wearing, and pulling out a blouse like that always gets me excited for the season. So I have a couple with no collar, and that has become an absolute staple for me year round, but especially for spring. There's something about after wearing turtlenecks and a lot of collared shirts, craving no collar feels so right, and so those blouses really hit that mark for me. It would not be a video of mine if I didn't mention blazers, so of course I had to include one in this video. So I think a lightweight blazer is really important for any wardrobe, especially if you have styles similar to mine. But when it comes to spring and other transitional seasons, I think it's an absolute must because you can layer it over your lighter pieces and stay nice and warm, but you can also wear it for a variety of activities. So you can wear blazers on the weekend, to work, even at night, and change up how they feel by changing up the styling. So pushing up the sleeves, maybe cuffing them, popping the collar even, keeping things buttoned all the way up, unbuttoning them. I think they're so versatile. And for spring specifically, I think it's a really good opportunity to introduce a lighter fabric or a lighter color. So if you live somewhere with really nice weather and somewhere that gets really warm pretty quickly, or someplace that is warm during the spring, I think linen is beautiful because it keeps you warm when there's a lot of air conditioning or colder temperatures at night, but it's still breathable enough during the day to embrace that sunshine and that nice spring weather. And then if you live in a place that has really cold temperatures still in the spring, I think choosing a blazer in a warmer material but a lighter color is a great way to do that. Next is a pair of classic jeans, and I've found that I really like a mid to high rise, something with a straight leg, not too skinny and not too wide, and something preferably in one of 3 colors: white denim, medium blue denim, and then black denim, or a dark wash denim rather. So I have a couple in my wardrobe that I've slowly collected over the years as I've figured out my favorite silhouettes and colors. And for me, spring absolutely means a high rise, straight leg, and a mid wash. I think it is so perfect. It goes with all my sweaters, all my pretty blouses. I can layer them up or down. I can wear thicker socks underneath and ankle boots, all the way up to sandals as it starts to get really, really nice and beautiful. So find a pair like that for yourself. And if you want maybe just one pair, like I used to have just one pair of jeans in my wardrobe, my recommendation would be to look for a silhouette that's really comfortable and flattering for you. And then find something in a mid to dark wash. In my experience, that goes with everything, and you can dress them up or down. Next is a waterproof jacket of some sort. So for me and my personal wardrobe at the moment, that is my Barber jacket. I've had this thing for quite a few years now. It's gone with me all over the world. It works so well at keeping me nice and insulated. It's warm and also really, really waterproof, which is so important. So it's very practical for those rainy spring days. And I think that having a jacket like this really makes the rest of your wardrobe really workable. I know back when I was living in New York and I needed clothes that I could walk long distances in while outside, it was invaluable because it actually did what it was supposed to do. So I could wear a really beautiful outfit underneath it and be protected with my waterproof jacket. So I recommend finding something like that for yourself, and I would love to add a trench coat to my wardrobe at some point. I don't have one yet because I haven't found the perfect one, but that would be another really great option because it's really versatile. It's a little bit dressier than my Barber. My Barber can read a little bit more casual, but still really practical, and something that I think you can wear during most of the year. You can layer up underneath it and then wear a really light sundress underneath it for warmer weather, and it still serves a beautiful purpose. And last but not least is something trendy. So I've been building my wardrobe for about 7 or 8 years now, since I made the conscious choice to stop impulse buying and really cultivate my style and fill my closet with pieces that I can enjoy for a long time. And it's been quite a process for me, one that I've documented most recently here on YouTube and sharing a lot of my thought process and the things that have worked for me. And something that's been really good is focusing in on classic pieces, timeless things that I know I won't grow tired of, and things that won't be impacted by trends. But I've also learned that while that is really important to maintaining the integrity of a wardrobe, I think trends are also really important. And it's something that's good to stay involved in and participate as you see necessary for your style. So my personal style, especially as it's evolved over the years, very much consists of classic pieces, but offset by trendy, fun things. And that has been so eye-opening for me. So I've really been getting back into that for myself and my own wardrobe, and not being so hard and strict on myself, because there was such a time as throughout this process where I was so worried about bringing something new into my wardrobe because I wanted to never go back to what I left. So I was a little too strict. So I really encourage you to always participate mindfully in trends, but not restrict yourself if it's something you really, really want to add to your wardrobe. And I know I personally have really learned that a couple trends here and there can make everything else feel really fresh and make you not grow tired of your wardrobe, which I think is so important when building a sustainable closet, because a closet that you want to wear over and over and over again is definitely the most sustainable choice. And making sure that you're making mindful choices to really enhance all of it and make it fun for you, I think is a really great way to approach dressing. And there you have it. Those are 7 chic spring essentials with a strong focus on 2020. They're things that I'm so excited to rewear in my own wardrobe, things I've really focused in on over the last couple of years, and things that I think stand the test of time and get me really excited about spring, which is my favorite season. So I hope that you liked this. It gave you some direction and maybe some inspiration. And like always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Have a great day.